Well, here we go again, off on our annual raw hunt. Rad, Stella and I have done this trip for a number of years now, and it's one of my hunting highlights of the year. Of course, we're hoping for trophy stags, but just seeing them is awesome. There's a young stag there with a few hinds. They seem to be quite happy by themselves there. Leave that one open. He just said to leave it open. Well, it's quite late in the day, so all going well. We'll get in an evening hunt and hopefully get to the hut before dark. Getting a bit foggy, hopefully it doesn't stop off our visibility. Well, the higher we go, the rougher and steeper this track gets. We've got the right vehicles for the job though. At last we've made it to the top of the mountain, and the views are amazing up here. It's not far away, is it? Well, it's game on. We didn't expect such an immediate reply to the Craft Boys stag roarer. Hell, he's all worked up. He's got his vocals going. It's awesome. Bugger, he's onto us. We've snuck down and around to this rock, so hopefully he's still down there below us. Rab and Stelo, They're heading down to that other rock down there. Hopefully they'll get a better view. Hopefully they'll get closer anyway. Even still, I've snuck away around to the right. The graph caller's working pretty well. It's holding him up. He knows something up. He's trying to get his hinds out of here. I don't know if they're close enough for a shot. Starting to get a bit dark now. Sun's gone down, fog's rolling in. Rab and Steelo snuck over the horizon below me, trying to get a sneak in on that stag. I'm not sure what's happening. The stag should only be about 200 metres from them, but I haven't heard a shot. There's a lot of roaring down further below them, so maybe they've gone down there. I'm going to go back to the vehicles and get a radio, see what's going on. Well, the fog spoiled any chance of a shot, and it looks like this big fella's going to get bigger and older. Well, we're right on the mountain tops, the sun's gone down and there's deer roaring from every angle. Looking good for tomorrow. At last we made it to the hut. This is what every hut should have, one of these LED strip lights. We've got a moth the size of a V52 flying around here somewhere. It doesn't look that big when it's dead. It's bigger than the average moth. Okay, it's Sunday, but it's as cold as hell up here, even though it looks sunny. There's a bloody cold wind that just wants to cut right through you. Well, we've gone back up to the tops here to have a good look around for some deer. We haven't heard any roaring yet, but I've already spotted a few. We've split up. Rab and Steelo are heading off to another point. This small stag is out of hiding from a bigger stag. He's had enough and he's off. Well, this is the bully. He's stolen the hinds off the other wee stag. I'll be heading in his direction. Hopefully I'll catch up with him over the hill. Well, the last time I was here, there was 2 stags over this ridge. Well, I've finally got myself into a great spot where I can see for miles. I can see Stelo on the other side, and he can see me on this side. Well, he's radioed me and given me directions to a stag down below me. I can smell stag. He's not too far away, about 200 metres away. Well, he's decided to sit down and I can only see the tops of his antlers. I'll have to be careful though, because he's got hinds out on alert. I can see his head. The hinds just do a wee run, I don't know why, so I duck down. They're all on alert. But he's just sitting there, I can only see his antlers really. I'll slide down on my bum and maybe let out a roar and see if he'll stand up. Well, he's just stood up again and he's getting a bit edgy. Woohoo! Well, he's down there lying in that patch of tussocks. Now Stelo can try and stalk him and that stag on his side of the hill. Now my pack's full of meat and I don't know if my knees are going to handle this. Stelo's got in pretty close to some deer on his side of the valley.
Somewhere is Larry. There's a stag there, and he's got about 6 hinds there somewhere. Yeah. there with half a dozen hinds. There's another stag with half a dozen hinds.
Well, he stalked in and shot this big 10-pointer. It fell a long way down into the creek. Luckily it didn't do too much damage to his antlers. Well done. I'm going to meet up with Steelo down at the junction of this creek. Rab's gone back to get the Honda. He's going around the long way. He'll pick us up and save us a huge walk up the hill. Have you skinned wheels?
Yeah.
Here's Rab, he's walked in to meet us. There's still about 5 k's to go though to get to the Honda. Well, this is more comfortable. All we need now is a handy spiker. If we shot one near the track, we'd be able to take all the meat. Well, bugger me, this one stood right on the track about 50 metres from us. He'll make a lot of salamis and sausages. Right through them. Well, it's the last morning of our hunt. We're going home today. We're going to take our time. We've got 2 stags and a spiker. Got a spiker last night. It was sitting right on the track, so we thought we'd knuckle him and take all the meat. It's a bit overcast, but it's calmed down, so it could be good. It's been a good trip so far. Okay, just a quick stop to see how fresh this rooting is. Some of it's old and some of it's new. Now we're going to have a look over one of our favourite lookout rocks. There's always deer over here. No stags though, seems to be only women and children here. Righto, we've decided to have a lunch break. Going over in the sun on the other side of this hill. Down the steep bits, stopping and glassing for just one more stag. Here we go, one last look. We had a bit of fun and roared this young stag in a bit closer. He didn't know what to make of us though. Well, another fantastic roar trip. Cheers boys. I'm already looking forward to next year's trip.